a short-term relationship?
It's kind of hard to end both, but if it's like long term, it's gonna always be bittersweet. Like, especially if it's years and years, it's just wear and tear. But it's easy to end like a short term relationship because it's just like, okay, bye. You know, you ain't got room to just be messing up like that to begin with. But if you in it, then I feel like you also been in it, so why you know, so it's kind of like bittersweet for both, but it's easy to end just something that's short term instead of just years being invested.
Ending a long-term relationship is definitely more difficult, like statistically when you look at it on the long term, because of the fact that usually if you've invested this much time and energy into a person, you spent, especially if it's years, this is like years of your life that you could have been with somebody else that was more compatible. You could have been searching for somebody else who was more compatible. You could have been having fun with another person. You're sitting up here with the same person, investing all your energy in the same person, time and money, and then they break it off after years?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's gonna have to go either way though, whether it's years or not. If you keep trying to put a key in a lock that ain't working, it's turning and turning, it ain't working, cut it.
It's like, even if you do break up, you know you're probably going to get back together at some point. And that's just like going back and forth and back and forth. And it's almost impossible just to like cut ties and never see that person ever again. Because they've been such a big part of your life for so long that it's hard to just let them disappear and not want to talk to them again, or not want to see them with another person. So truthfully, it's almost impossible just to like let go, unless you can really like have the guts to break someone's heart. I don't know.
Sometimes you got to think that, is it your fault you breaking a relationship off? Is it your fault y'all ain't happy? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all have to sit down and talk before you break it off. Why I'm not happy? First question, next question, you know what I'm saying? You gotta communicate. Because if you don't find out why you breaking up with this person, you just doing it just because it's been a long-term relationship and you getting tired, then it ain't gonna work.
Well, see, if y'all was communicating to begin with, you probably wouldn't be in the predicament you are now. The thing, yeah, it's like, it's all about communication. Keeping relationships going, it's about talking, communication. Because if you spend a long time with the same person, you gonna get bored. Yeah. Let's just keep it real. Yeah. You gonna get bored. You're gonna get tired of looking at that same face. You're gonna get tired of waking up to that same face. You're gonna get tired of going to bed with that same face doing the same three positions. It's gonna get boring.
But you, at the same time, you gotta look at yourself like, is you making a relationship better? Don't just put it all on them. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's the breakup
some people,
rash.
I'm tired of this. I'm gonna break up. Well, did you do anything to make it better?
Exactly, and you got to figure out what exactly, if you're going to be with this person, what keeps you with this person? Because it's going to get boring, but you got to figure out what can you do to keep that fresh, to keep that new, because of the spark.
Okay, well, how do you end this relationship? Because I suck at them. I send you a text and won't even communicate with you. So
text? Oh, wow.
If you break up with
That
me,
wasn't long term then.
Oh,
that was short term. You can send them short term
Message,
people a text.
Lord.
You send short term text. You can't send that long term.
short-term
Because when you send that text on that long term, best believe they at the door. Best believe that.
I know, you just sent the text message and then you hit them. You gonna break up with me over text message? No, you don't do long term over text message. You sit them down, y'all discuss this, because maybe you can work it out. If you're feeling like you can break it up, if you'll communicate, y'all might be able to work past the issues. There's a lot of things, the main problem with a lot of things that get to the end of relationships is usually because people don't communicate. I know a lot of my female friends who get upset with their significant others, and they are mad. The guy asks them, "Why are you mad?" They say, "Oh, it's nothing," you know, because they think he ought to know that why I'm mad. And it's like, it's communication.
It depends on how long too, because
right,
if you still up there and it's the same problem over and over, it's not gonna work. Just
Well,
leave
if
it
the heifer
alone.
would speak up and tell him what was wrong, you can work through
Tell
it.
them what's wrong. You got to.
y'all nag too much.
Whoa.
Let's get some feed from my audience.
It's way harder to break up for a long-term relationship than it is a short-term, because you build a connection with the person and you build a certain comfortability around them. Whether you may be happy or not, it's not the fact that you may not be happy with them, but you don't want to break up because you don't want to see them happy with somebody else. And that's where the battle within the person comes in. I mean, short-term relationship, if you haven't really had a chance to feel the person out and really see what they're about, what their goals and ambitions are, you know, what makes them smile, what their biggest fears are, you don't really have anything to hold on to. So it's nothing to say, you know what, this ain't really what I thought it was. So if you can just get your stuff, I'm gonna drop you back off at your mama's house. Because that's where I found you at. But I mean, if you've been cohabitating with somebody for 2 or 3 years, and so you only get out what you put in.
But you can't disagree. It's a little bit, more expected for a man to cheat because that's the way we wired. We like it's the alpha male mentality. That's the way we're wired. Our mind says, get the stuff.
Okay, how about we all just agree to disagree? That when you say you're ready for a relationship, you're not ready for one, or you may be, it just depends on the person. Same thing with the friendship thing, it depends on the person and the people who are in the relationship. That is all we have for today. I'll see you later.